What up? And welcome back to Weekend Wagers, where we get you ready with your 12 pack of plays to get you set up for the weekend. And it's going to be a glorious weekend, other than the NBA is taking off of Saturday. But tonight we have NBA. Sunday we have the close of the NBA season before they get to the actual playoffs. And so the NBA is taking kind of a back seat a little bit before they get to the playoffs. But the MLB is just heating up. Hockey is still here, and there's soccer, but honestly, I don't do soccer, and so I'm not going to try to do that. Neither do the guys, but we do have some plays. We are going to be heavy on Friday, and so if you're watching this on a Saturday, I do apologize because we are not able to do a lot of sports in advance right now, and so we've been able to lately, but this week, it is very limited on how many we actually can do. And so Friday will be completely loaded. But before we kind of get into what we have this week, let's take a look back at last week. And yes, I did not go 0-4 this time, but Robby, a little 3-1, and me and Mark were both on just a simple 2-2, which nobody really cares to brag about. I promise you that. But as always, let's get into our guys and bring them in. And boys, how are you? I don't know why I didn't push that button, the other one, but what's up, Mark? How are you, man?
Doing great, DG. This is so exciting. I am so pumped for this show. I can't wait.
Tell the people why you're pumped.
Well, we get a little surprised today because, as you know, he didn't go 0-4 last weekend. It was the week before that DG hung up a donut. And there's two of the three of us that know how that already had that feeling before DG did it. This is DG's punishment week. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Robby, how are you?
Man, I am great. Not just because of your punishment, but because last weekend, Alex Ovechkin won me more money in a weekend than I think I've ever won. So shout out to Ovi. Got his record. Also, my Florida Gators are the national champions, so I had to represent them today. Other than the flooding, man, it's been a great week, and I look to continue it this week.
Yeah, the flooding here in Tennessee has been crazy, and all over the Mid-South. I had literally a river running through my backyard, and I'm literally in the city. Like, I should not have a river going through the backyard. But it is what it is. I know you're having the flooding right there. You're trying to get your swole on, and the water just keeps coming on. So I get it. I understand. But yes, it is true. I have 4 plays on Friday. I have broken them up to 2 different ways. So I have 2 songs that I will be performing today with my plays, and I don't know what you make of them. I don't know if there's a genre. I know nothing at all, but just I'm going to try, and hopefully you're entertained. But let's go ahead and get into the show, and you're going to lead us off, Mark. Give me your one play. I think you're going on the ice first, I do believe, sir.
I am, DG, starting on the ice. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Lightning minus a goal in the first period at plus 115. And if you like fast starts and bad goaltending, this one's for you. Detroit is trotting out Peter Mesrick. He's got a 3.75 goal against average and an 87.8 save percentage, which basically means if you shoot it, there's a good chance you're celebrating. Tampa Bay's been on a tear lately. They've got 11 first period goals in their last 5 games, and they've only allowed 2 goals to be scored against them in the first period over that stretch. They're starting games like they're already on a power play. You throw in the fact that Detroit's on a back-to-back, and history says they fold early. They've allowed a first-period goal in 7 of 8 back-to-backs this season. The only clean first period they kept all the way back in October. That's when TikTok trends were still about pumpkin spice. So, yeah, Tampa's rested, rolling, getting a free look at a leaky net. I'm taking the Lightning taking the Lightning on the puck line in the first period.
All right. I do love your puns. I did love the pumpkin spice one. I'm a big fan of that one. But anyway, let's get to it. This is the worst part, going to be the worst part of the show. I have some music, and I actually have a wardrobe change.
Can I just say while you're changing the wardrobe? I always thought that my jokes would be the worst thing on this show. This is definitely going to take that record.
DJ Danny Griswold, let's hear it, man.
All right. So have some music. So if you don't mind, if you could hold your applause until the end, I would appreciate it, and do not interrupt. Like, this is tough. Thank you. Yeah. Can't hide from the walks parlay. Oh yeah, we need just 2 today. We got Robby, Ray, and now Blanco. Who's to say? All we need is 2 today. Best I got, boys.
Yeah. Don't get in a rap battle anytime soon.
Listen, at this point, I think we're being punished, and that's not fair.
Listen, I told you, you're the ones that chose this, and then I was going to do my best, and I did not expect this to go well. And
it was this or eating some mayonnaise, like every pick that somebody suggested. Like
no. So I hope I did good. I felt like the song ending well. I feel like I hit my beats. I feel like okay on that one. It's just all about the walks parlay.
For your first time, I think you did okay for your first time.
Appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and keep on moving. Yes, you all are getting punished, and believe me, that was my best one. Just wait till the next one. It only gets worse from here. Like, that one actually felt okay. This next one, it's not good. All right, so let's go ahead and get into yours, Robby. I'll keep the hat on until I get to my next one, I guess, my next wardrobe change, which we're going country ball. So let's go ahead and go Friday to you, sir. Give me your first 2.
You got it. Hey, both of these players play for the Montreal Canadiens. Lane Hudson, 1+ point, -120. Don't hate his 1+ assist at -105 either. He's having one hell of a rookie campaign. He's one of the big reasons why the Canadiens are in the playoff hunt. He has 11 points in his last 10 games, and 10 of those points came via assist. The reason why I'm not just on the assist tonight is because in his 3 games versus Ottawa, he has 3 assists and 1 goal in the last game. So it is possible for him to put one in the back of the net. But I'm going to be safe, take the points, play the assist on the other side. Cole Caulfield is my next play. I got him for a point at -130. I love – we call him Goal Caulfield because he does nothing but score goals. He has 4 points in his last 5 games, and he has 4 goals and 2 assists in his last 10 overall. He also loves playing Ottawa. In his 8 of his last 11 games against the Senators, he has 9 goals and 1 assist. So take Cole Caulfield and Lane Hudson for the Canadiens. You should be cashing tickets tonight.
I like the Goal Caulfield. I wish somebody would call me Goal. I don't even know why. Maybe I can be called Goal. Hold on. I feel like I should have put glasses on at this point.
There you go.
That's what I needed. I couldn't
now
read.
You kind of look like a creeper, though.
Yeah, you look like that pervy dude sitting on the beach.
Take those off. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really bad look.
I don't know about the glasses.
All right, so I'll flip this up. I bet that definitely fits the next outfit.
All right,
all right. Let's go to yours, Mark. You have 2 more plays here, and you're the only one with a Saturday play. So go ahead and give me your 2 baseball plays, and then I'm going to get to the hardwood.
You got it. We're going with the Washington Nationals team total in the first 7 innings over 2.5 runs. I found this over at DraftKings at -135. This is a number looking just so much more beatable than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. The Nats have gone over this line in 6 of their last 8 games. They're on a 5-game streak to the over. They are just simply mashing right now, and it's dangerous when you start facing the really shaky arms enter Miami. Edward Cabrera, who is making his season debut for Miami, he was on the IL with a blister injury. That's right. He had a middle finger blister that sent him on the 15-day IL. Right. I don't know what the rehab is for that, DG, but we're going to get canceled.
Promise.
So he's not exactly exhibiting that warrior, mystique of a pitcher going out there to be dominating. He threw 53 pitches in AAA Jacksonville in his second rehab start. Again, I don't know what the rehab is for a blister, so I don't expect him to go very long into this game. When he leaves, that's when the real party starts. Miami's bullpen comes in with a 4.03 ERA, a 1.44 whip, and they've allowed 23 runs on 45 hits. That's less of a relief unit and more of a donation drive. The Nationals just need 3 before the 8th, and with a half-ready starter and a gas can bullpen, they'll probably get there before the 4th, smash the over, and thank the blister.
Hold on. So is that that's just your first play?
That's the Nationals. Yeah. You ready for the Padres?
Sheesh. You got it. Go.
The Padres come in. We're taking the Padres on the run line for the full game at plus 110 against the Colorado Rockies. It's simple. The Rockies suck. The Padres are rolling with a 10-3 record. They've scored 57 runs so far this season. Marquez, who's pitching for the Rockies, is coming off Tommy John surgery, and his control is still an issue. He can't find it. He threw 89 pitches in his last start. Only 48 of them were strikes. The Rockies have a negative 2.8 margin of victory. It's the worst in the league. I love this spot. If that margin of victory is so bad, if they were in soccer, we'd be talking about regulating the Rockies into the minors. So to give you an idea, I'm smashing the Padres here because the Rockies are collapsing.
Robby?
I'm going to nickname you the Punisher now because you're puns and you're punishing everybody with those takes. Like you're now the Punisher.
So bad. I don't know what's worse, you or this next hat, boys and girls. We're getting ready.
Indiana
ready. I don't know what this is, but I found it for the show. We're going to get a little country in the next plays. I can tell you that. And this one's going to be longer. Look at all these words. You can't see them. I got verses.
Got bars.
I just got to hit my intro. I got to know when to come in. I've been practicing. God, please don't let this go bad. Okay, so a little behind the scenes. I played the song that I thought I was going to sing these to. It wasn't the right song. So I think I've found the right song. If I didn't, we'll blame it on that, not me. But let's get to it. Oh, yeah. I forgot what I meant. Drop the beat. Got 3 plays today. Some games say the days today. What are we looking for? Race any score. We need ticket 3s. All we need is 2 UC. And yes, it's a little juicy for you, Mark. All right, here we go. Now we go to Christian Brown. Not the color, but the sound. He needs 2 as well. At plus money, I will yell. All right, so let's go back to the chorus. We're skipping that part. Last one, don't go sorta. We're looking at the first quarter. Both teams, they need to score 30 plus at 250. That one did not rhyme. Last thing. Now we say that's 3 plays. In the same game, some say all we need is praise to be scored. All right. I told you
so
that one was much worse than the other one.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. We're going to have just some written apology letters to everybody.
Oh, man. Oh, DG, by the way, my grandparents are watching, first-time watchers, so you have really made their day today. My mother texted me during your solo there and said your grandparents are watching. So
listen, I do apologize for everybody, but I unfortunately have a punishment. And yes, that was horrible. I did rhyme fairly well. My favorite one was now we go to Christian Brown, not the color, but the sound. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
The other one, I couldn't figure out how to get the quarter in there, like the first quarter play. I had no idea. So,
by the way, Nashville just called. They said, move further away, please.
Maybe I'll go to a hotel. All right, let's go to a Friday, and let's go ahead and finish her up there. A little tip of the cap to you, Robby. Let's get it.
Appreciate you. Going to go to Will Smith, not the one who slaps, but the one who shoots. He plays for the San Jose Sharks, going with him for 1+ point at -118. He's coming off a huge game, man. He played Minnesota the other night. He had 1 goal and 3 assists. He's He's got 7 points overall in his last 3 games. Edmonton's setting everybody as well. This should be a breakout game for a lot of the Sharks players. In the hockey at this time of year, the young guys who they have a lot of faith in and a lot of future invested in, that's when they're going to shine the most. I don't think we're going to see Leon Draisaitl tonight. I haven't checked. The last time I checked, he wasn't playing. And Jacob Wallman, one of their best defenders, is also out as well. So a lot of guys are sitting. Should be a prime game for Will to go off. They also are going against Calvin Pickard, who's the goalie for Edmonton. He sucks. You can score on him, so don't worry about him as well. Next play we're going to go to is in the New Jersey and Pittsburgh game. So I'm going to take Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier for 1+ point at -110. They're both on the top line. Jesper has a point in 11 of his last 13 versus Pittsburgh with 6 goals and 13 assists. Nico also has a point in 9 of his last 11 versus Pittsburgh with 7 goals and 11 assists. So this feels like a loose type of game. Both teams are kind of playing loose. New Jersey's already clinched their playoff. They know they're playing Carolina. One of the reasons why I'm targeting him, though, is Ray Sherrow. He used to be the general manager of the Devils. He passed away yesterday, and he drafted a lot of the guys that's currently on that team. Jesper Bratt's already come out saying how he wouldn't be a Devil if it wasn't for him. So I see those boys playing hard, at least for their former GM since he passed away. So, yeah, give me those 2 guys at -110.
Wow, that's big. So that's vibes right there. It's nothing to do with stats or anything. So all about the vibes. Big fan of that for sure, because I do think that a team that will come out and play for a fallen friend, we'll say. I mean, don't even care about what title he had, but just a friend. So I like that a lot. It's a good play. All right.
Sure.
Well, let's go ahead and finish up on a Saturday with the only play on Saturday. And I promise you, I apologize. We could not find anything over the weekend. It's just kind of a dead weekend with the NBA being off on Saturday. There's going to be nothing on Sunday as they finish up their season. So let's go ahead and see what you got here, Mark.
You got it, DJ. We're going to take the LA Kings. This is a little juicy. It's -140 on the money line. They're playing the Colorado Avalanche. And right now, walking in the Crypto.com arena, it's like showing up to a gunfight with nothing in your hands but optimism. The Kings have turned Crypto.com arena into a fortress where they have a 15-game home point streak, and they're on a 7-game home win streak. Meanwhile, Colorado is skating into a buzzsaw. Their road record is very shaky at 15, 19, and 5. They dropped 4 of their last 6 when they're away from Denver. The Kings goaltenders, Kuemper and Rittich, have been lights out lately. Kemper's posting a 92% save percentage. Rittich is right behind him at 91.8. Offensively, the Kings are rolling. They're shooting just over getting 3.4 goals a game. The Avs struggling to get just over 2 goals a game in this last 6-game road stretch. So unless the Avs plan on bringing a rabbit's foot, a 4-leaf clover, and a horseshoe onto the ice, they're in for a long night.
Wow. One thing to add to that, Punisher. McKinnon's out, Cale Makar's out, and I think Mackenzie Blackwood may play either on Sunday. He may not even play tomorrow. So I love that play. I think the Kings roll. That's a hell of a play.
All right. Well, you heard from Robby. I would listen to Robby over Mark on that one for sure.
I have no clue and the Kings endorsed
what he said. But all I heard is rabbit foot, 4-leaf clover, and a horseshoe if they want to win, which means he feels really good about enough about this. All right, so that is our plays. Hope everybody go ahead and get them in when you can. They are all mainly for Friday, except for that last LA Kings play on the last one. So I know they were, my favorite team is the LA Knights, but we'll allow the Kings to be the play this Saturday. But let's go ahead and move on to our favorite thing that we do here. We call this the Sleeper Saloon. All right. We have 2 entries into the Sleeper Saloon already. Joe Neuenfeld from the chat, as well as Robby Hockey right here. They were both able to hit their plus 1,000 play and get in 2. So what we're doing now, we kind of made the switch since we went over and had a little, I guess when we changed to sleepers, we tried to figure out the hockey stuff and try to figure out what made more sense. Well, now that we're doing is the 2 guys for a home run on a day. It can be over the weekend if you really feel that you can find odds on it. I don't know how, but yes, Drunk Joe is still in the saloon and he needs help. So me and Mark are going to try to get in here, try to see what we can do. What we did is we picked 2 players to get a home run, pair them together, plus 1,000 or more. And Robbie, you're the only one in the club, so let's go ahead and get to your play, sir.
So I know you guys can't see it because you're not in the saloon, but out back, I'm building the Home Run Hotel, and you can go and check your asses into the Home Run Hotel after you put these 2 guys on your sheet tonight. Vinny Pasquantino and Aaron Judge to both get a home run at plus 2,070. Vinny owns Tanner Beebe in 10 plate appearances. He has 7 hits, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge, but he has a great matchup against Robbie Ray. 13 plate appearances, 3 hits, 3 home runs, and 5 RBIs. Like I said, take that ticket. Thank me later.
Wow. All right. So now he's got the jokes of the Home Run Hotel. I have no jokes, but what I do have is the best odds. My odds are plus 2,716. We're going with Jose Ramirez first. He's going against Chris Bubik. If you know what that sounds like he's going to have a good time tonight. And then we're going to go with Fernando Tatis. Fernando Tatis has been playing fine. He's going against German Marquez. I expect them both to go deep. And yes, they're going to have a good time tonight. So let's go ahead and cash mine 27-16 on the odds, the best odds. And this will be the highest odds to get into the saloon, which puts me at the front of the line. All right, Mark, you have a play, sir. What is your home run parlay?
I am going with Kyle Schwarber and Teoscar Hernandez. Look, the analysis on this is real simple. Kyle Schwarber leads the Phillies in home runs. Hernandez leads the Dodgers, not Ohtani, but Hernandez leads the Dodgers in home runs. I'm playing the fair weather stadiums today with this play.
The fair weather stadiums. Why?
Yeah, it's cold up here in the Northeast. I know you're dealing with the flooding. I totally get that. But everywhere else, up north, you're playing in temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Not real good hitting environments.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. Do you think it's harder on you to hit with a wooden bat or a metal bat in the cold?
I would say a wooden bat. It's got to be a lot harder to hit.
Robbie?
Wooden.
Why wooden?
Because it's a guess. I couldn't tell you. I only played
Metals.
baseball to a little league.
Metal's harder to hit, not harder to like actually hit the ball. They're both the exact same. Nothing changes. The cold weather's the cold weather. But I promise you hit with a metal bat when it's cold, it ain't feeling so good. That wood definitely allows a little bit of the shock absorb because it is into the natural wood. Joe knows.
Yeah.
We're very important people that are very smart. Metal bat definitely hurts in the cold. So what I like to swing when it was cold is a composite bat when I was in college, because then you're actually holding on to a piece of dead, whatever that is, whatever that composite material is made of, it's dead. It doesn't have as much ringing because it's not connected. Do you know about a composite baseball bat? Either one? No?
No.
You get crickets.
Yeah. So there's 2 pieces of metal or composite, and it's connected, but it's disconnected, but it's connected. So it's not like you're not holding one piece of metal, if that makes sense. Which,
So
you
it's
ever
magic.
hit something? Huh?
It's magic.
Very much magic. Yeah. Very much magic.
Look, man, I gave a presentation on solar today and compared photons or photic effect or whatever to CD Lamb catching a touchdown pass and scoring a touchdown. So there's my science for the day.
Science.
Science.
Where's Bill Nye when we need him?
No doubt. All right. Well, let's get to the part of the show where we give a little bit of our weekend vibes, as we always do. And then we might have like a little bit of announcement as the show wraps up. But go ahead with your weekend vibes there, Robbie.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of a dead weekend for sports. There's not a lot to look forward to. I'm still coming off the high of the Gators and OV. So this weekend, I just wanted the sun to shine and I can coach soccer on Saturday. And last weekend, I tried to get my taxes done. I did not do so. And I think I've got like 4 or 5 days left. So I got to get those done this weekend. So yeah, heavy tax weekend, hopefully heavy soccer weekend. And I think Black Mirror just came back out on Netflix. I'm going to try to binge some Black Mirror this weekend as well.
I believe you. But yes, you have 4 days. You might want to go ahead and get your taxes in. Like,
Good time to start.
probably just in case there's a snag, I'd go ahead and start today. Just in case. I'm not saying I would, but if I was you, I would at least try to look to start. But there was no negativity there. I felt great about that take on your weekend. So that you're a changed man completely through and through. And hello to your grandparents. All right, let's go ahead and get to you, Mark. What are your weekend vibes like, sir?
It just dawned on me. That's why we got the positive weekend vibes from Robby. His grandparents are watching. So I invite them to watch all the time. I'm sending positive vibes, happy vibes to you, DG, and Mrs. DG on a very happy anniversary. Congratulations. Yes, I just wish you guys a very wonderful, very special anniversary. That being said, I think, that's all the good vibes I have for this weekend.
Appreciate that, Mark. Yes, it is my 11-year anniversary, which makes me feel old, honestly. But yes, my lovely, beautiful wife and our family. But yes, it's our 11-year anniversary. So we'll you know what our celebration is going to be about? The kids, they're going to camp. It is Girl Scout camp Saturday. They're gone from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And guess who is a sponsor or whatever going with them is my wife. So it's literally, I'm at home the whole entire Saturday. Sounds phenomenal, right? Guess what is this weekend? Oh, it's the neighborhood yard sale this weekend. And so I have to do a yard sale that we've already previously discussed that we were going to do last weekend, but the flooding again happened. And because of that, they moved it to this weekend. So I'm doing a yard sale from my driveway by myself. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. But yes, that's our actual plans for our anniversary. And yes, she has put up with me for 11 years. And so it's nothing to brag about. 11 years is a long time, but she's been great to me. But let me give my weekend vibes. It's all about that. But I want to change it up a little bit. Announcement vibes. And so we'll go with that. So as everybody knows, we just got over here to Sleepers, and Sleepers has been awesome. Greg Carter have been awesome to us. But when we were recently approached with doing something more, we listened and we kind of want to see what that might actually look like and what that might be like, because we're all busy people in our own right, doing our own jobs. But this show has allowed us to continue to keep doing more and more stuff. And so we thought, you know what, we'll listen and we'll see what it's all about. And so we have an opportunity, and this will be our last show on Sleepers Media. We're going over and going kind of back over to Coaching Company. We did one show over there. I'm on there as well as Mark is a lot. And then Robby eventually at some point, I think will eventually come up and do the exact kind of stuff that Mark is doing now. And so we're all kind of a part of that already, but they've asked us to do a little bit more. And so because of that, we're taking Weekend Wagers over to there. And so every Friday going forward, Weekend Wagers will be over at Coaching Company. And then next week, we'll have a little special announcement of a little bit more that we plan to do over there. And so we'll probably be able to see you a lot more. And so, Robby, to you, excitement level, without giving too much away, excitement level on us moving back over to Coaching Company and anything else that we have in store.
Oh, a 10. I give it a 10. I'll say the edited version, not the Billy Bob version from Varsity Blues, but I give it a 10. I'm excited. I like doing this. I think being able to do this more is going to only be beneficial to Coaching Company and us in general. You guys are already on there, and I like to bust Coach's chops in the chat all the time, so I'm sure he's real excited for me to come over and be on there even more. So hello, Coach. How are you? But yeah, very excited.
Dan's asking, will it be free or have to be a member? It will be free. We're not going to go behind the paywall again. We've already done that. we are not going to be doing that anymore. And I don't think there's much behind the paywall on the coaching company side of the memberships over there. The only thing is the member exclusive plays, which you can still get. It's just a part of being a member is you get the extra plays, but our stuff will always be free. Never will it ever be behind a paywall again. And so, yes, thank you for that question, Dan. But Mark, your thoughts on it? Because listen, it's going to be tied in a little just the stat sports moving forward.
Absolutely. And I think from an excitement level, this is beyond anything I could have ever envisioned. And it also makes me take a step back and really be grateful for all of the opportunities that we've had that have opened doors for us that I think none of us could have envisioned at some point. From getting this opportunity at Sleepers to now having this opportunity open the door and what may be behind the next door that opens for us. We did learn a lesson. We're never going back behind a paywall. I think that this show, that's one of the things that we all agree on is that it's got to be accessible to everybody. And I'm really looking forward to how accessible it's going to be as we move forward.
See what you did there. I see what you did there. Yes, we do have more that we're going to announce. I would assume I will not be on the actual show on Coaching Company on Monday. I'll be traveling with work, but we do plan to announce more of it. I would assume it's going to be more Thursday. If I had to guess on the show, we'll give a little bit more because the Friday will be actually weekend wagers, and so we want to wait until then. But I figured I want to show something, and so I'm sorry I wasn't paying as attention. But I figured I would load something up because why not? Because we're all friends here. So I figured I would share this with everybody and kind of not a sneak peek, but it isn't that cool. But I thought this looked good. So this will be what we look like moving forward. So this will be our thumbnail. I think it looks phenomenal. And I think that we kind of put a little bit of us into it, change some look up. And so that will be what we look like moving forward. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, a little Justice That Sports logo there because we kind of wanted to make sure we go all in with us. And so with Justice That Sports being a part of us and what it means. And so with Justice That Sports, it is going to be our brand. I will be the host on a normal level. I am not doing all of the content. There will be other people that will be, but on Fridays, I will be your host, and it will be just us three in rotation. And so we'll share a little bit more about that as we get to Thursday. And then Friday on the Weekend Wagers over at Coaching Company, we'll lay everything out, excited about what we have coming up. A little expressway kind of content, if that makes sense. We'll kind of put the pedal to the metal. But that's all we have. Boys, anything else for anybody else before we get out of here?
I just would like to thank everybody. Joe, Chicago Pat, Dan, I thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, following us, supporting us. I can't tell you how grateful we all are for your support.
Yep.
Yeah, and I want to shout out, like you said, Greg and Carter and Dion, those guys for having us over here, taking care of us. Love you guys. Wish y'all nothing but the best, and maybe we'll cross paths again one day.
No doubt. Yeah, I love the Sleepers brand. I swear I feel like Greg, Carr, and Dion are very much family to me personally, just because I swear since before COVID or right at COVID, we've kind of interacted. I've never met them in person ever, but I felt like this might be a good decision to bring betting and sports betting over to their brand. And it was a good decision. I think that they are very focused on college basketball, which makes sense. I just think this is a better opportunity to take a sports betting show over to a sports betting platform in a sense. As of right now, and the opportunity we were given to do more content than just the weekend wagers, I think that's kind of the direction we're going. So we'll share a lot more as we have stuff coming up.
There's big things happening. There's a lot of big things happening.
And it's all kind of happening fairly fast. And the reason that we're kind of delaying it a little bit, it's personally me. I'm not gonna lie. I have the Grizzly stuff that I'm trying to get done. It's playoff season. I'm honestly going out of town, and so I'm going to be out of town with work for a week, and so I couldn't start new stuff when I'm going to be out of town, and so we're delaying it to the 21st. Will be a big day that you want to be around. But until then, the 18th is coming, which will be next Friday. So that's all we have. If anybody has anything for us, please reach out to us on social media. You can find Mark at Better Days Ahead. You can find Robby at Rob Denson 5123. Just what?
Didn't that change? I thought you changed it to Robby Hockey.
It is. It's Robby Hockey 5123. That's my bad.
All right. So you can get Robby Hockey 5123.
See, I pay attention.
Yeah, I don't pay attention. I'm at my name at Daniel Greer, but JTSS24 is new. Finally, Mark figured out how to change his actual stuff, and I'm guessing Robby figured it out too at this point. So
yeah, we sent it to the internet. We got it. We figured it out now.
The internet took care of us, but that's all we got for Mark and Robby and myself. Thank you all for hanging out with us as you always do, and making us feel special. We'll see you all next time, next Friday over at Coaching Company. See you then.